Shalom, this is Ashar by Charlotte out of Lions Camp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper true Hebrew tongue. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Ha-Rukak B'Dashim Ha'amak. Also, double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS. Double honor to our elders as well, Ahar One by Charlotte. Peace and blessing to 1/3. And salutations to the for elect. This is going to be a spiritual hydration. Going on Second Esdras, chapter 2, verse 25. It's going in on a lesson that was made last Saturday. Our people being, of course, Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, being, of course, the nurse, the main healers. But of course, Yahweh Shai giving that type of healing to his servants. All right, the saints. The Lord will impart that number. That's what we're meant to do. We're supposed to be nurses. We're supposed to help our nation. We're supposed to be, a nurse. We have the ointment to give to their wound. First we hear what type of wound they have, and if it's something that we can heal, the Lord can hear all. But if you got someone that is like in today's time, nothing new in the sun, but say someone's like I don't know, simply like he's searching for money. I'm on my problem. I need some money. You really don't need money. You need the Lord. If you have the Lord, you can abide more. You have more. You have more surety. You can pray. You can simply pray for someone to lay your head. That's not in vain. You don't want to pray for money, none of that. But pray for someone to lay your head and something to nourish you, or pray for just wisdom to know how to nourish yourself and foraging and stuff. But so in today's time, people might ask for, vain stuff, but ultimately, if you believe in the Lord Yahweh Shai, you're gonna ask for something nourishing. That's why these nurses are here today. The saints, the men on the highways and byways, they're there to direct and give proper ointment to our people that are sick, to know what they properly need, to give them that. Ultimately, they need the truth. Any man, woman, child that is truly weeping right now, they gonna need the Lord Yahweh Shai. That's truly. You can't weep for money. You don't need money. You need peace. You need righteousness. You need righteousness, bro. There's nothing righteous about this earth. All right. So this is chapter 2, verse 25. Oh, it's like verse 24. It says, "Abide still, my people, and take thy rest, for thy quietness shall come." So come, man. Soon our true rest, soon our true quietness shall come. Our peace. Verse 25, nourish thy children, O thou good nurse. Establish their feet. So that's what the men of the Lord are doing now. We're the nurses. We're here. We're here to give nourishment and to give and to nurse our people back to health. All right, because the children that these babes, and anyone that's not in the truth, and anyone that's beginning in the truth are simply children. They don't know anything. If they don't know about the Lord, they don't know history. Of course, a handful of people know about history. They go to seminary art schools. They know about a handful of stuff. But if you don't know about the Lord and who his true children are, ultimately the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds, because of slavery, they like the other nation, keep confusing the faces. So our people they're like the other nations. So if you don't know simply who the Lord's children are, and what they're getting, which is salvation from this place, and from being saved from this place, this upcoming destruction of Babylon, America, then you don't know nothing. That's the simple spiel. Was coming in prophecy, something we're telling people what's happening before. All right, so this is going to heal our nation, to get out of mindset, to know that there's something that's going to bring the doom of 2/3 of our people. You got to wake up from that. Verse 26, "As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number." So come, man, the Lord has a select number of servants, the 144,000, and of course the 1/3 remnant of Israel. But of course his elect is what he needs. He needs them to govern uh, the new kingdom of Yasharal, Jerusalem. All right, those won't taste death. None of them will perish because they believe in the Lord, and those are the number that is to be saved. You know, it says verse 27: Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. All right, kind man. This for this for the true servants of Yahweh Shemashah, his saints, ultimately. All right, Lord, one part of that number. It says, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but they shall be merry and have abundance, man. So, kind man, my servants shall eat. You know, they should not be weary. All right, you know, come. They not what you shall wear, what you'll eat, man. This is what the Lord is offering his true men. All right, is offering his men, women, children that believe in him truly in honesty. All right, because the whole world is coming against Jake, man. It's coming against Israel, righteous Israel, because they know that their wickedness is going to catch up to them. They know that they heathens and they had us spoiled. You know, they spoiled us. All right, not in the sense of giving us gold. No, they spoiled us and they did us dirty. You know, they took the nations. They did whatever they wanted to. That goes for every heathen on the earth. Like Ammon, Moab, anyone, people that you don't even think they had us in slavery. They had us in slavery. The Lord knows that. You know, well, the Lord gonna prove it by having them in slavery in the kingdom. You gonna see that. You know. Verse 28: The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. So come on, man. The the heathen one is gonna want what we have, because they honestly have had established, you know, kingdoms for, you know, for a minute. Moab, Ammon, these Chinese and Japanese, what you call it, Japheth, hope a handful of nations. They got kingdoms right now. They have had kingdoms. They were destroyed. They're built now again, but they haven't had kingdoms in righteousness. They haven't had kingdom with gold everywhere, with truth, and how the Lord is finna deck Israel out is what the heathens wanted, but they ain't gonna have nothing close to it because they're heathens. They gonna get a form of living. You know, they gonna be like us when we was you know, when we was on earth, like meek. You know, that's what we're supposed to be like. We're supposed to be meek. You know, he don't need nothing. You know, but the Lord finna deck Israel out. You know, and the other heathens probably gonna, you know, do it like us. Intense. You know, because our people, that's what we, you know, do intense. That's what Jacob did. But the Lord said you gonna you know, in Revelations, we're gonna have like big old quote unquote castles. You know, with bronze and gold and, you know, everything that your heart desires. That the Lord want. You know, the Lord knows you. We want something big. We want something extravagant. We haven't came. This is not our kingdom. You know, this is not our rest. So that's why we have never did that. That's why Jacob wasn't dwelling in no, you know, big old castle, because that was only the beginning. You know, and this is the beginning of the end. All right. But I think that's about it. But man, that was some of it, man. We are the nurses. The Lord's true men of the Lord. You know, Lord, I'm part of them saints 24,000. All right. It says, nurse thy children, oh thy good nurse, establish their feet. So man, we're establishing. Lord is allowing us to be the mouthpiece in establishing Israel, establishing the saints. All right, the ones that will truly serve the Lord in these last days. All right, we're supposed to be them nurses. We're supposed to be, uh, catching and, catching them fish. The fishes of men. All right. The Lord is gonna give us salvation. And Lord, like once again, the Lord wasn't part of that number. The Lord will give his saints salvation for the ones that follow him with truth and sincerity. All right. You know, to be so it's gonna be the nurses. You know, care for the children, for the ones that don't know the truth, basically. And kind of keep pushing. You know, DTA. But Lord willing, that was a good little edifying, little spiritual hydration. With that, I say shalom.